A story a day.
Wow, this story, when we first heard about it, just said wow.
Hii ni amazing. Unajua anasemaga, to love and to be loved is the greatest happiness of existence.
But when you love a man of God,
it's more than kawaida.
oh, sio.
Hiyo hata ni mapenzi mara tatu. Manake the one that the Lord set apart for me.
That's mine.
That's mine. He who gets a wife
Gets a partner.
gets a good thing and obtains favor from the Almighty.
Now huyu man of God,
Yes.
kumbe alikuwa na interests
Hiyo
elsewhere.
desire. Unajua kuna ile
Alikuwa akicheza home and away.
kabisa, manake wanasemanga wamejivalia ngozi ya kondoo, kumbe ndani
Ni fisi.
ni mbwa mwitu.
Si fisi sako.
Si mafisi zako. Mbwa mwitu.
Amara. She did exactly that. And by the way, she funded her own dowry payment, kila kitu.
And her wedding.
Guy.
You can do anything for love.
This is true.
You know that.
Do for love.
Do for love, Tupac. Alisema do for love. Au sio?
Red flags ilikuwa kila mahali.
Lakini aka ignore.
Emma anaona tu mtu wake wa Mungu.
It's called love, Jeff.
Aye.
It is love.
Aye.
Love Ray.
No.
It's called love.
Yeah, it is called
So
love.
how long ago was this?
It was around when we got married. It was 2023 on October. That when we wedded. From there, I stayed in marriage for only 6 months.
Where did you first meet this man?
And how old was he compared to how old were you in 2023?
In 2023, I was 27.
27.
Oh.
And the Bazenga?
It was 35.
35. 27,
Not bad,
35.
sawa.
Inakubalika?
Inakubalika.
Where
did you meet him?
We meet on Facebook.
First red flag. That's the first red flag.
Ati Facebook.
Yeah.
Ukakiliki hivi kwa la friend request. Umwami.
It wasn't a friend request. It was a DM. I stayed for long without going to my Facebook, to my DMs. So this day, it was on a Saturday. I'm just at home. I wasn't at work at the time. So he texted me, hi, how are you doing? So I noted he has been texting.
But you are not responding.
I haven't been responding. Reason being, I haven't been in
on
my
Facebook.
DMs. Yeah. God. So from there, we arranged to meet up.
Just like that?
Yeah.
First of all, what did he tell you in the DMs?
I mean, how do you meet a stranger?
He wasn't a stranger to my eyes. Reason being, I'd seen him sometimes back in ministering. Sometimes I could attend his ministry, invited by a friend. But we weren't like talking, we weren't friends or anything.
So
now he decided, I want to meet you physically, personally.
Yeah.
So he's a believer, you're a believer. Yeah. You go to a separate church, he goes to a separate church. Yeah. But unaambiwa, tafadhali kuja leo tukaone mhudumu wa Mungu akifanya mambo yake. Unaenda kwa kanisa yake. Did he own this church?
Not really. He was employed at the time.
By the church.
Yeah, by the church.
And he was a man on fire when it comes to the gospel.
He was. More so when it comes to worship, praise. Honestly, he's really gifted on that. Yeah.
So you swung by their church one fine Sunday.
Yeah, one fine Sunday, but it wasn't planned. I had not known him.
Okay.
Then he's on my DMs. He's asking us to meet up and everything. So at first, I wasn't comfortable with it. Reason being, I wasn't in Nairobi.
Where were you?
I was in Meru.
Ulikuwa Meru?
Yeah, nilikuwa Meru.
Na yeye ako na kanisa Nairobi.
He was employed.
Yes, kwa kanisa Nairobi.
Hizo ni stories za jaba.
But mkapanga one day ukafunga safari. Kiguna njia gumosi gupili.
No, I was living in Nairobi, just that I had gone back home to visit my dad. Then when I came, we planned for a meeting. We met up and
D-room.
Not really. Not really.
Mlikutana wapi? Acha tuone game ya huyu jamaa wa kanisa. Where did you meet? Sema tu ukweli.
At the time.
Usiseme jina ya hoteli, tuambie tu area.
At the time, I was living with my sister. My sister, she was staying in Kitengela. So we met in Kitengela.
Akakama all the way.
Yeah, she was staying in a Pipeline.
Pipeline. And then
Yeah, and then after meeting
Was it love?
At first sight.
okay, I had known him, just that we hadn't also encountered one-on-one. So we met, we shared. Actually, he was the first person to fully be open with. He was a very good listener. So we talked, it became an habit. Every time we could come to Kitengela in a morph, we go somewhere, we take coffee. We started dating.
All right.
And inside this dating, there was a lot of things. As in the moment we started dating, ndio nilikuja kumjua vizuri.
Kivipi?
Yeah, there is this time I hosted a worship experience in my church where I used to worship in Kitengela.
Yeah.
And I called him, other friends, they made a band, so they came over.
Yeah.
So they came over, I was like, wow, it was really powerful.
It was.
So here we are, after the worship experience. No, even before I get to that, when we were introducing him, myself was introducing him to the altar, I called him my husband to be.
God.
Yeah, I
Ukadeclare.
introduced him.
Ulikuwa na hiyo audacity.
Oh, yes, I did.
Hii ni imani. Hii ni imani na kumanifest.
My husband to be.
Yeah, my husband to be, my fiance.
Yes.
Alifurahi.
Yeah. Not really.
Bone of my
because
bone.
when he came to the altar, he called me woman of God.
Wow.
And yet
So
I
aku
introduced-
reciprocate.
Exactly.
Ukaona red flag hapo.
Yeah,
Second red flag. First one was Facebook.
Yeah.
Second
Second
one pulpit.
kwa pulpit akamwambia help me,
Yeah.
a round of applause
Yes.
to my husband to be.
Yeah.
And
My
akasema,
fiance.
Thank you very much, woman of God.
Yeah. So afterwards, after the whole experience, the worship experience, niliitwa back with my pastor. So venye aliniita aliniambia, my daughter, she need to tell you something. So for me, I didn't understand at the time what it is. So here I am, I met with the lady, and she showed me the voice notes that my ex has been sending her. And the
Not your ex then, your husband to be.
oh, my husband to be.
Yeah,
He's been
was sending
her voice notes.
Yeah, voice
sending
notes.
your pastor's daughter.
Yeah. Voice notes. And the voice notes clearly said, I'm interested in you.
Your design.
Yeah, they said, I want to meet up with you.
Your design.
And after we meet up, we'll get to know the way forward. Because it was like, your vocals are not good. But afterwards, let us meet up. There is something important I need to tell you. Afterwards, we'll see how it goes.
Third red flag.
Same lines, different women.
Guy.
Yeah. So here we are. The lady, my pastor's lady, she was like, I thought Emma introduced you like the wife
Husband
to
to be.
Yeah, sorry, the husband to be. And he was like, no, I'm single. I'm a very single person. She's not here yet, so we haven't gotten married. The day we'll get married is the day that we'll stop being single.
Clever. Very clever.
Yeah, so afterwards I called him. When I had the voice note, honestly, I wasn't able to put myself together to face this. So afterwards, around a week, we met up, we talked about it. I was like, have you ever told a lady that unampenda? Ama you are single and yet I know we are dating?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, no, I've never done that. You know, hii sijui imetoka wapi. So I showed him the voice notes. And he was speechless and he was like, babe, I'm sorry.
I
and
can't
everything.
explain.
Yeah.
It's not what you think.
Exactly. Personally, I left. I went at home. Going at home, his pastor is calling me. Emma, come we meet. There is something I want us to talk about. His best friends, himself. So when he got there, because I really respected his pastor, I'm like, okay. So I went. When I went, we met. And we talked, and he was there apologizing, was there kneeling, crying as always.
He was crying.
Yeah,
Crocodile.
I used to cry a lot.
Yes.
We know some people who do the same thing.
Your design, by the name.
Now, so here we are. Afterwards, after like a month, I mean. So I forgave him.
You forgave him.
Yeah, I did. He was very sincere.
Hakuna, hiyo ni lao. Pia ulikuwa babaya.
Hiyo ni
Sasa utamnyima na pia unataka mapenzi.
hiyo ni ujinga. Fourth red flag.
I did.
Tuendele. He forgave him.
Yes, I forgave him.
He said he will never speak to the other lady again.
Not even to the lady. He said we'll never do that again.
Ever.
It was a mistake. Every man falls down.
Yes.
You know.
Never say never.
Yeah.
You decide.
Yeah, so from there, we could always go for classes to his pastor. We talk, as in everything seems like it was taking at the right shape.
Yeah.
At the moment. So here we are. After like, let's say a year, he came, he asked me if we can meet up. We meet up, we talk about the ruracio.
So he's proposed.
Yeah, so the meeting was for him to propose. And then he told me, he have 150,000.
Yeah.
He want to go with them. His aunts, his uncles, they'll come through. So roughly, it was around to be like 300,000. So for me, honestly, I was excited. Like, wow, you're taking this step.
Your design.
Exactly. For me, I was like, this is amazing. Reason being, I was also ready for marriage. But we have never talked much about that. So it's him coming and proposing. So I was like, well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Then from there, I called my dad. Sorry, my late dad.
Yeah.
When I called him, I explained everything to him. And he was like, are you sure?
Mzae mifupa ilikata ikasema something is wrong. You know this. AI in African culture, AI tulianza kutumia kitambo. So mifupa ya mzee ilikata. Ikamuuliza, are you sure?
Exactly. Like, Emma, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he's a good guy. And more so the part if he has God and he loves God. So it's like, personally, I never fell in love for who this person is. Because at the point, I never knew him. I fell in love with what he showed me. He's a pastor.
Yeah,
he loves God.
He
Even
sings.
he's humble to the earth.
Down to earth.
Yeah, down to earth. So I was like, wow.
What did your dad tell you?
My dad asked me if I'm sure. I'm like, yes, I'm sure. He's like, think about it again and again and again.
And your mom?
And my mom passed away when I was 12.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, thank you. So here we are. I came back to my dad. I'm like, I think I'm sure. I've even prayed, I've fasted.
Did God answer your prayers?
Honestly, yeah.
Alisema ndio.
Honestly, yes.
Alisema ndio.
Okay, what happened was, I could always dream with this guy. I was doing ministries, I was praying, because I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
So I could like, wow, this is God answering. But in the real sense, when I sit down right now, when I look back,
Ilikuwa hallucinations.
Exactly.
So fast forward, akalipa mahari.
Yeah, akalipa mahari.
Mzee akakubali mahari.
No, hakulipa mahari. This is what happened. Before we got there, his scandal happened in his church. Involving
him.
Exactly.
Twende kazi, tell us about the scandal.
Yeah, so when this scandal appears, no one was telling me. I just called people like from his church. Hi, Emma. Are you okay? Hi, Emma. So for me, I'm like, why are you guys greeting me? You never talked to me before. Why right now? So not recently, later on, like a week, his pastor called us. When he called us, is when he's telling me, oh, Emma, there is something I need you to know. But I'm not the one telling you. So my fiancé was there. He asked him, tell Emma what is happening. What happened? Exactly.
17th red flag.
Yeah, then from there, he was sleeping with present worshippers, around 3 of them. So they came out, one of them pregnant. So for me, I was like confused. But the pregnant part, I wasn't told.
So uliambiwa tu, sorry Emma, I've been very generous with members of my praise and worship team.
I tell you, then he's like, these people are lying.
Pastor?
No, after pastor.
But he's the one who made the confessions.
Exactly, he made the confession, but later on, he could come and feed me with lies. Then he's like,
Emma.
And only Emma.
Yeah, only Emma.
Later on,
the wedding is still on.
No, the real ruracio. I mean, it's still on.
So, akakuja akasema
wananiekelea. These people are liars and everything. Even he shifted the church. He went to another church.
Oh, wanakuanga hivyo. Watu wa kuhamama kanisa, that's another red flag.
Yeah. Yeah, then from there, carry forward. Here we are with the preparation of the ruracio and everything. So,
You forgave him again?
Yeah, I forgave him. Like,
kwani alikuwa na nini?
you know.
Alikuwa na kitu gani?
Ujipawa. Ni mapenzi.
Not really. We had not slept together until we got married.
Wongo.
Yes.
Which is an amazing thing.
Oh, that's why he was sleeping with all the other girls.
Exactly.
Guy.
Exactly. And on my side,
Yeah.
for me it was kind of a rule. This is not happening until we get married. And he was okay with
Principal.
it. Yeah, he was okay with it, and I thought he's okay.
Kumbe anakabuliwa kwingine.
Kumbe hiyo chuma ya doshi inatembea.
Mzee anapenda hizo sana.
I tell you. So here we are with the preparation of the ruracio. Na sasa here, it was quite difficult. Like really difficult. The reason being, the mom called me. Like, Emma, we are sorry, apologize for the son again. This will never happen again. Tumeongea. So that was done for me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Mama
I'm really
in-law
trying.
Mendoza.
Exactly. So it was on a Thursday. I went home. The ruracio on a Saturday. So here we are. I'm trying to prepare for everything. So now, come on Thursday, I called him. I'm like, my aunts, they need the money for food, to go to the market, to buy stuffs and everything,
Yeah.
to prepare for the coming ruracio on
Ruracio on Saturday.
Yeah, so for him, he was like, okay, babe, let me send you the cash.
Yeah.
I waited for that cash.
Mpesa ifanyi iko
Yeah,
chini.
after 3 hours,
You go down.
he's like, oh, I'm sending the cash again. Then after another 3 hours, so I called him. I'm like, what's happening? He's like, oh, there is a guy. I've assisted him na pesa zangu.
Na ngoja nitumie.
Inangoja nitumie.
Alafu nikusukumie.
Exactly. So my question is, hii pesa ilikuwa ya ruracio?
Ulipeana ya nini?
Exactly. What really happened?
Ukasema, let me give him the benefit of doubt.
Here we are. The preparation ongoing.
25th red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, the preparation are ongoing, and my aunt, everyone from Mombasa, everyone has come at home.
Guy,
So you know how, yeah.
So wanangojea pesa?
No.
Hawa
Ninawaambia walikuwa wamegawanyisha
Marolls.
kununua. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so hawa wa pesa wanaenda market, they're still pressuring me. And I'm like, okay, let me call him again. So I kept calling. The guy hasn't sent. The guy hasn't sent. Remember, it's on Thursday.
And Ruracio is Saturday.
Exactly. Here we are on Friday morning. On Thursday, he told me in the evening, babe, I will send that money first
thing in the morning.
Yeah. If the guy doesn't return the cash, I better go to the bank
And withdraw.
Exactly.
Zangu.
So
Withdraw
here we
zangu.
are. It's on Friday now. I'm waiting for the money, no cash. And so when I called him, he's like, oh, babe, see, let's do this. The money is still it's still coming. I'm going to the bank. Could you just do me a favor?
Use your money.
Use your money. I will return after.
We know them.
Okay. I went
Red
and
flag.
withdrew 70,000.
Red flag.
Ukabakisha 11 kwa bank.
Right. Umetoa zako zote.
Yeah, I went and
For
paid.
your own ruracio.
My God, I tell you, I paid everything. Like he never came with a penny.
Wait. So mka agree, mkaenda kwa withdraw kufunika aibu.
Yeah.
Si ndio?
Yeah.
And then hukumpigia tena, I believe.
No, I
kwa sababu
called.
tena.
Yes, reason being, we have caterers, we have tents, we have service providers who need to be paid. And yet, mimi sina nini?
Pesa.
And we're supposed to provide
Him.
It's him. So I called him, and then he's like, oh babe, he's still coming. Wanalipa. Ndio nimeenda bank, nimepata bank imefanya nini?
Imefungwa.
Imefungwa.
Kwani bank yake ni Bank of Baroda ama?
Yeah, seems like it. Seems like it.
Saturday ikafika.
So Saturday is here. No, Friday at night, I'm like, my God, what am I going to do? I'm not going to tell my dad what is happening. And I'm a type of a person, I hate shame. Like shame, people are here at home. Service providers, wengine wameleta tents.
Na hawataki kupitch. Hawatainua tent kwanza mpaka wapige deposit.
Exactly. So I called him.
Na 70 haitoshi.
Yes. Ukaenda kwa bank tena.
Yeah, I called him. He's like, oh, pay for it.
Wow.
Nita pesa yote.
Wow.
Refund pesa yote.
There are people like that.
Oh, they're there. So I went back to my account.
Uka withdraw another
I withdrew
150.
40,000.
Sasa uko 110.
I tell you. So from there, the ruracio was here. It's already in the morning.
Umelipa tent?
Nililipa like 10,000.
Yani uligusa kila mtu kumutuliza.
Exactly. The caterers sijui 5,000. As in to make the pressure go down, because I don't want my aunts to know this. I don't want my dad to be aware of this. So what I'm doing,
you're covering the shame.
Kufunika. Here we are in the morning. I'm calling him. He's not calling back. He picked my call around 8. So I asked him a question. Where is the money you told me about? And then he's like, oh babe, I'm still working on it. So I'm like, what are you really working on?
On himself, man.
Yeah, what are you really working on? And then he's like, oh, I will sort it out. So something told me, ask this guy, what are they bringing at home as the dowry? So I call him back. I'm like, how much are you guys bringing at home as dowry? Oh God. He tells me, what I have right now is 15,000. Yeah. 15,000.
Kwa mfuko?
Yeah.
That must be a lie even.
Yeah, it is.
Amefuliza.
It's 15,000. My uncles, my aunt, they are here coming. Tunangoja watoke Nakuru. Kwa barabara
wanakuwa.
They are coming. So I'm like, 15,000. Like, really, 15,000. So I asked him, what about the money you told me about? He's like, babe, I'm working on it. Nini. Then listen to this. Han, help me with 50,000. Then tarudi.
Zikiwa zote.
Yeah.
70 ya kwanza, 40 ya pili, sasa 50. Sasa tuko 150.
Tuko 160.
160.
So for me, I'm like, no. I'm not going to do that. Sina pesa. You know, now here, I don't have the cash. So he's like, oh, send me what you have. I said, it's 20,000. After sending 20,000, I'm waiting for the guys to come. So everyone is at home, waiting. People are cooking. Everyone is celebrating. And yet, they don't know what I'm going through. Myself, I'm heartbroken. I feel like crying. But after I cry, what am I supposed to tell people I'm crying about? Nothing.
So imefika saa ngapi sasa?
Yeah, imefika kitu 10. Bado hawakuji.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
Anangoja jamii toke Nakuru ikuje Nairobi ndio wakuje na Meru ni 2.5 hours. Mkiwa na gari ya kukomboa hiyo ni 3.5.
Na ile ya veve.
I tell you, no, sorry, 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yeah. So here we are. We are waited. So I called them. They are like, oh, we are taking tea. We are on our way doing what?
Coming.
On our way coming. So it became so much, the pressure. Everyone is like, where are they? We are waiting for them. And everything. So finally, he called me. Tell me on our way coming. So when they came, as in the number expected, it wasn't the number. The uncles he told me about, there was no uncles there. The aunt he told me about, there were only 2 aunties.
So how many people showed up?
They showed around 9 people. Is it 9 or 8? The sisters, the mom. Yeah. So here they are, they came. And I remember, you know, in Meru, you go to the gate, you have guys to give some money to get in.
Ati mnafunga hii tabia kufunga gate, mnapiga watu za macho kwanza ndio gate fungulie.
Yeah. So here we are. Wameingia. Have you ever seen, the neighbors wanakutafuta mahali wako wa kuangalia. The aunts, they are like, kwani wako wapi? Kuna wengine wanakuja. So for me, what am I supposed to do? I went back to the house. I just went back to the house because here it's when it's
now
clicking in me. Yeah. He has been lying. No aunts, no uncles, and here I'm still hopeful with the money will give me back my
money.
My money is my man. You know. So here we are. The ruracio was it was colorful. It was beautiful. Then afterwards, they're being called in. You know, it goes. Exactly. So they bargained, and I had.
So who spoke on his behalf if the uncle was not there?
It's not the uncle. It's not the relatives. It's the friend to the mom.
The friend to the mom.
An elderly guy.
Hakuwa
bazenga huyu mama.
Hapana. Yeah, naweza mtetea. Yes.
So the mom's friend is the one who did the negotiating.
Yeah.
Sasa mkawa wakipikia, wakaenjoy, wakakula, wakakunywa.
I tell you.
Wakapewa bei yako.
Yeah.
Wakatoa.
Walipewa 600,000. Negotiation.
Kwani ni gari?
Iko sawa.
Ilikuwa 600,000.
Huyo jamaa akasema heri dunia ifunguke inimeze.
I tell you. And then they gave out 30,000.
Hiyo ndio pesa zako.
Deposit.
Pesa zake.
Yes.
Yeah. And remember, 20,000 it's mine.
Yes.
So we brought 10,000. I've never been like ashamed in my life. Everyone is getting out of the house while talking. You know it is in Ushago.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, well, okay, I'm not going to ask any question. But according to the signs and symptoms I saw, it can really tell. Yeah, so here we are. The ruracio was colorful. And then now here we are in the evening. We need to pay what? The caterers. The service providers.
Yes.
So I'm asking him about the money. Like, oh, there is some guys, Pasi, I'm waiting, I need to meet a door. We sort this out. I waited until the next day.
And the caterers?
The caterers, they were okay. Because they knew my
Una manage,
aunt and my
manage.
uncle. Exactly. So we told them, we'll send you in the evening. No, in the morning. Here we are. Not even a shilling have been sent. So they are calling me. Everyone is calling me. What did I do? I went to the bank.
Withdrew.
Again.
God, I withdrew another 80,000. I paid
80.
Yeah.
Sasa tume 160 plus 80, 240.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuko 240.
Yeah, so from there my aunts called me and they were like,
Hapa hakuna
everything
mtu.
One of them is the one who asked, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, everything okay, I'm happy. We are going back to Nairobi. So here we are. After the old traditional thing, we went back. Sasa after kurudi, si ndio tunaanza preparations. Sorry? Preparations za harusi.
Haujalan. Haujalan.
Bado.
Mume set date.
No. Okay, in these preparations, it was supposed to be 3 months. Yeah, 3 months from now. Then I'm like, no. I postponed that date. It got in a point whereby a lot of pressure, a lot of drama, and then I'm like, no, this wedding I'm not doing. So I went to my pastor, my bishop, I mean. So I'm like, no, I'm done with this wedding. I want us to cancel. So, you know, Pastor Zaro, I was like him before I got married. When I got married, I settled.
Mapasta wanakuangalia mtiaji. Wanakuongelelea, wanakupangia sana. Kama mtakuwa mkiishi naye. At just understanding.
Yeah. At the time, I didn't understand that. At the time, I'm hearing, this is my dad, the person who I call my dad. So I was really like devastated. Then after being talked to and everything, I gave in.
You gave in?
Yeah, I gave in.
Again?
Yes.
So you panga the wedding?
Yeah, tukaanza kupanga the wedding. But in this wedding, have you ever seen the effort I'm giving?
Yeah.
Like taking care of everything.
Him is just...
On family groups, nini. I have my committee from my church. But for him, he's like, babe, watu wangu wa committee wanakuja. They never showed up. Here we are. I've told my church, we are doing what? The committee is coming. And in Christianity, the guy ndio tunafanyanga harusi. But in this sense, himself is saying, tufanyia harusi kwetu. Kwa
kanisa yenu?
Yeah.
Another 79th red flag.
So here we are. Here we are. We did the preparations and everything. So everything was like rolling out well. But the problem was this. He said he has a committee. He never had a committee. He says he has a group. I'm like, please add me in that group. I see what is happening.
No, this one is secretive. This one is
not even
for men only.
Exactly.
You were never added in the group?
No, I wasn't added until it reached a point whereby I became tough.
Yeah.
Like, this wedding is not yours alone. Personally, it's not a must I do it. It's like, oh, babe, I will add you. Surprisingly, this day, saying going to add me is the day he's creating a group. So the moment I got in the group, everyone is saying, oh, thank you for adding me. Oh, thank you, Jose. Congratulations.
I'm going to do Jose.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry.
So, budget ilikuwa how much?
Budget, it was around 450,000.
Ukamuuliza uko na ngapi Jose? Wewe na group yako mko na ngapi?
Yeah, it only has around 150,000.
That's very Emma.
So imefika harusi ni 1 week.
Yeah,
to harusi.
Exactly.
How's the woman kila kitu?
No.
Hakuna nguo.
Alisema mimi niko na suti yangu nilivaa mara moja. I think I can use that.
He said he's going to sort himself and he's going to sort my gown. So everything I was to use is the one who's supposed to sort it. So everything was coming around 70,000. His suit, his shoes and everything. So here we are. It happened. This day he comes at home. No, not at home. We meet in church. I'm like, how is everything? How is your group and everything? Haven't heard you saying you're going to look for a suit. It's like, oh, I'm working on it. So in this preparation, I sensed something. I'm like, maybe he's lazy. He's lazy, he's a man. So I came up and an excuse to cover.
You're justifying.
To convince myself. Exactly.
It's inconvenience.
Yeah. So here we are. I'm asking him about men's suits. He's like, oh, I've sorted that. Babe, I've sorted that. Don't worry about that. You take care of your girls. So here we are. It is 2 days to the wedding.
Yeah.
So I'm asking him, where is the suit? Because my girls, everything is on shape. And then I'm asking him about the money. So he's asking me, how much has my family gave? My family gave 150,000 plus another 70,000 from my dad.
Yeah.
So here we are. I'm asking him about the money. He's like, babe, bado hajatuma. Bado hajatuma. And I'm telling you, the preparation, they were chaotic. Have you ever felt you are straining to make everything work?
You were straining from day one.
Yeah, I've been straining, but personally, I'm not seeing it.
Did the wedding happen?
Yeah, the wedding happened.
Did he show up?
Yes, he did.
Did he have his squad, the men?
That's another thing. No, that morning, let me take you back a little bit. That morning, I'm being called at 5. I'm being told the guys, the tailor, who was sorting out the guys.
Amanda Matang.
Is not responding.
Amanda Wapi?
Is not responding to their calls.
Amanda Wapi?
Is not responding to their
Fundi.
Yeah.
Ako MIA.
Fundi, shida imekuwa nini na fundi? Eti the guys, they haven't paid. Hii ndio asubuhi ya harusi. So I'm like, you told me everything was sorted out. He's like, no, wewe muongeleshe mimi anisikii.
Ukapigia fundi?
Yeah, no, namuuliza, nampigia 5. I tried to call, he didn't pick her the first time. Mimi nikaanza kujipea shughuli. Najua hapa kuna hapa kuna harusi. Then I called him back, he picked. I'm like, what is happening? He's like, these guys, nimetengeneza suti, but they haven't paid 25,000. So I'm like, 25,000. So I called back my husband.
Jose.
Yeah, Jose. Nikampigia. Namuuliza kwa zile za hii kitu imefanya nini? Hii kitu ndio na sort. So namuuliza unasortia wapi? Babe, I'm working on it. And then after telling me he's working on it, he's telling me to talk to the fundi atanisikia.
Ukapigia fundi?
Nikafungia fundi.
Akasema 25,000.
Kaelewana, fundi ako like, Emma, I respect you. Nenda ku-release nguo, but in a price. So he's like, help you guys. Nipeni pesa ngapi? 15,000.
Ukatuma.
Fundi amesort out the nguo, the suits and everything. So tunapaswa kuwa in charge at 10. Because if we don't be in 10, we have to pay the fine of 10,000. So nawarakisha. So I called his phone, and then the guy, his friends, ananiambia, ameenda kunyolewa. So I'm asking, ameenda kunyolewa this time?
Yes.
Oh, yes, ameenda kunyolewa narudi. So everyone is stranded. Here we are now 11. At 11, sisi tukatoka home.
Wena mbogi yako, my girls,
exactly.
stunning, beautiful, nini.
Unfitted clothes.
Kazao ziko fitted, za madem zilikuwa fitted.
Ni machali.
Machali ndio wanakuja na jeans.
Yeah, so here we are like 100 meters to the church. Then tunapigiwa simu, tungoje waingie kwanza. So we are asking, like, everyone is asking, where have they been? The relatives wametoka kwa magari. you know how family can be at some time, and I love them still. So wametoka kwa gari and they're like, wako wapi, mbona tunasimamishwa? The chairman anapelekwa mbio. So we went to church, and in the church it was beautiful. Our wedding was beautiful.
Was it?
It was colorful.
Na ile part you may now kiss the bride. Ulimkiss ama ulimwambia digivia goma?
Unadhani your time now, and I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. He came, he sings for me in the entrance and everything. So everyone was like, wow, I want to get married to such a man. Personally,
it's Prince Charming.
I don't know what exactly I'm getting married to. So here we are. We get married. We plan to go to the honeymoon in Naivasha. And we plan everything.
Yeah.
So we are like, this money is not enough. Where can we go? You know, so we plan to go somewhere. We go for like 3 days, and I'm telling you this, I didn't even finish my honeymoon. The next day in the morning I left.
Why?
Reason being, when we got married, the place we were in, there was lighting in the bedroom. So everything was okay until it got into 3. So personally, I'm sleeping. I'm the type of a person, when you move, I feel.
Yeah, you are a light sleeper.
Exactly. When you move, I just feel. So yeah, I'm just sleeping. I hear from a distance, a phone is ringing. So for me, I'm like, okay, but I don't bother. So the moment he moved, so I'm like, I'm up. Then I heard him talking. I saw him tiptoeing to go to receive the call.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he received the call. So the word that woke me up is, hi, babe. So I sat down.
Hi, babe.
Your design. So the love of your life and the love of his life.
Exactly.
2 more red flags. Tumefika mia.
Hi, babe.
Yeah, so hey, babe, how have you been? So myself, I sat down because I'm like, am I dreaming or is it the real thing? And then he tells the lady, I'm sorry, we haven't been talking. Nimekuwa wapi? Nimekuwa mission. And yet he was busy marrying me.
Yeah.
So I woke up. After I woke up, I switched on the lights. Then alishtuka akatupa simu huko. So I'm like, who are you talking to? It's like, oh, I'm talking to Pastor John.
God.
Oh, he calls Pastor John babe.
Yes.
Exactly.
And he's on a mission
Exactly.
to break your heart.
I tell you, that's the question I asked. And he was like, oh, babe, unajua pastors wananipigianga usiku. So my question is, who is that pastor you're calling babe? Who is that pastor unamwambia umekuwa mission and you have been busy marrying me? Like, oh, babe, you are misunderstanding. Unajua where to, you just guess things you don't know. Me, I went, I took the phone. I checked. It was a lady.
By the name?
Babe.
By the name, babe.
Yeah,
so when I checked, I became mad. I'm like, so all along you have been playing me. Myself, I have been knowing I'm being played, but I don't say it. So I'm like, what is this?
All right, Emma, so how did it end? Because we have a few minutes left. How did it end?
So what ended, I had a miscarriage. Reason being because of the stress and everything.
Yeah.
So in that
you moved in together?
Yes, we moved in together.
How long?
For 6 months. The house I was paying for.
Yeah.
And every bill, yes.
You designed.
I was
Nah,
paying for.
you opened your heart and your body to him.
Exactly.
Did you kick him out in the end?
No, I just left.
You left and you were paying for the house?
Yeah, I just left. I didn't carry anything. I just left.
Do you see him today?
No.
Do you have babies with him?
No. After the miscarriage,
Yeah.
personally, it's like it was awakening in my mind.
Have you forgiven him?
No. No. Personally.
He's going to hell.
Exactly.